Hello and welcome to my YouTube studio. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite overhead camera mount, which you can see right here. My name is Cree, and on this channel, I talk about tech with context. Now, whether I'm shooting a YouTube video or I'm shooting some sort of a product review video for a client, that top-down shot is key. And trust me when I share that I've purchased way too many overhead camera rigging systems. Most of them can't hold the weight of a lot of the cameras that I own, or they're clunky, or they take up way too much space here in the studio. But fortunately, I've landed on a setup that works really well. I've been using this one for a while, and the great thing about it is not only can I use this for an overhead camera rig or shot, but I also use it as a tripod, and there's so many different ways that I have incorporated this into my YouTube videos. So with that said, let's get into the rig that I have found to be the easiest to use for my setup. Here it is, the overhead rig that I use most often, and it actually comes in two different pieces made by two different manufacturers. So this bottom piece is made by Manfrotto. It has this nice big table clamp on it. This clamp will fit most sized tables, whether the thickness is thin or on the thicker side. And all you have to do is clamp this here. The clamp is big enough that when you have it on your table, it's nice and sturdy. So if you have a heavier camera, then this will certainly hold it in place. Other highlights of this clamp are it's got this ruler on the side so you can actually see and set your camera height. It has a nice knob on the side here as well, where you can use this knob to move your camera up or down. So if your camera is on the heavier side, it's going to be able to handle that. And the best part is it also has a knob that locks the height in place. So once you have your height in place, all you do is tighten this knob down and your camera is going to stay exactly where you set it. At the top of this clamp, there is a way to attach whatever you want. On top, you can attach a ball head, or in this case, I'm going to attach a boom arm. So this boom arm is made by Newer, and all you do is screw it onto the top. And this boom arm is fantastic. It has multiple places to attach, again, more ball heads. So there are two mounts on top. If you want to capture a couple of different camera angles, you can set up multiple cameras up top. But mostly I use this to attach a ball head mount to the end, and this is where I attach the camera to capture all of those overhead shots. The other thing that's great about this boom arm system is that you can make adjustments by sliding the boom arm out further, or you can slide it in depending on where you want to place your camera. Both the bottom clamp system and this boom arm system are both very light and easy to move around. Now keep in mind, I definitely want to take any cameras off before you move this clamp system, but it can collapse down. So if I need to take it on site for a client for any reason, I can do that. Or if I need to move it to a different table here in the studio, it's very easy to unclamp this system and attach it to any other table that I may want to capture overhead shots from. Now, I did mention earlier on in this video that this isn't the only way that I use this mounting system. Not only do I use it for overhead shots, but I also use it instead of a tripod. Now, if you work in a small studio space like I do, the less tripods I can use, the better. So I'm always looking for ways to make things less cluttery here in the studio. So the thing about this setup is it is a little on the pricey side, especially when you compare it to other systems that are out there. But here's the thing about video production or setting up your YouTube studio. I don't know about you, but there have been many occasions where I've purchased things, I've spent money, I've gone the cheaper route, and I definitely got what I paid for. Those systems didn't work, they're broken now, or I'm unable to return them. And really, I wish I had just spent the extra money to get a system like this in the first place. So this is definitely one of those situations where you want to spend a little more. You're going to get what you pay for, and this will give you multiple uses. This will replace a tripod, so you don't have to purchase another one. And it's just so handy and sturdy and reliable. If you're interested in learning more about the gear I use to shoot my YouTube videos or also for some of my video production services, I invite you to subscribe. I will be doing additional breakdowns in the coming weeks. I can't wait to share with you all of the little tidbits and tricks that I have found throughout the years that make my video production so much easier. So look, thanks as always for tuning in, and I'll see you again in next week's video.